DeFoi. Welcome back to News Junkies. And visiting with us is our very favorite gal on the go, Michele Wilson. Michele, good to see you back here.
Thank you so much, Bill. It's always a pleasure to be here with you.
You know, we were just talking about, before we started filming this afternoon, that the holidays are upon us. I mean, in a couple of weeks, Thanksgiving, a few weeks after that, Christmas, and then all of a sudden it's going to be 2016.
Yes, it's amazing. I was sharing with you, I'm setting appointments, and I'm like, I feel like the month is already over, and I know we're going to be going into Thanksgiving, and, it's really fun times, but I just can't believe I can remember what I was doing last year this time. That's how fast this year went by.
It has zipped by, no two ways about it. And this is a great segue for what we're going to be talking about today. It's how to get some extra income going for the holidays, because after all, this is the time where people exchange gifts, and you want to be able to give your loved ones something, and your family, friends, and that kind of thing, but you really don't want to have to answer to a boss. So our gal on the go, Michele Wilson, has some great suggestions. What say you?
Thank you so much, Bill. As I said, I love the holidays, and, being a single mom, working on a fixed income, I had to learn how to be creative as far as earning extra money during the holidays without having a boss. A mentor of mine once told me, that 2 jobs is for 2 people, and I did that for many, many years. So about 26 years ago, I came across a business model, and Robert Kiyosaki calls it the business of the 21st century, and it's really network marketing, and it's just really owning your own business from home. And so I really find that's a great way to earn some extra money, especially for the holidays, or just to have extra money, period.
Well, you mentioned Robert Kiyosaki. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yes, Robert Kiyosaki.
I know that he is like one of the premier financial gurus that is out there, and he's written a book, I believe, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Is that correct?
Yes, you're correct.
Okay, now I know who we're talking about.
Okay.
All right. So his philosophy is what?
Well, basically, his philosophy, he's actually wrote several books, and he is really known as the guru of financial, just earning extra money. Having a business. But he talks about the 4 quadrants, and basically, it's a mindset. And really, he talked about his rich dad and his poor dad. His poor dad, he went to school, went to college, got good grades, got a good job, but he just always seemed like he was not making enough money, and he really passed away being poor. And then he had a mentor, which he calls his rich dad, who really talked to him about, how to own your own business, because one of the factors of owning your own business, you're in a different tax bracket. And so with the 4 quadrants, he talks about you have an employee mindset, you have the self-employed, and you have big business and investors. And he really goes through those different quadrants and really explain how on the left side, you're just earning a living, barely getting by. And if you really want to have extra money, extra time, and freedom, you want to move into the other side of the quadrant. And it's an excellent book. The first book was Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and then another book was called The Business of the 21st Century. So he's actually written several different books, and just really educating us what we don't get in school, just really how to be entrepreneurs.
I often tell the story about my dad, who had invested in my brother, sent him to college, paid $50,000, and all he got was a quarterback. I don't get it. But anyway, there are some strategic things that people can do in getting into business for themselves. How would they go about finding out what business would actually suit them to be successful and not be set up for failure?
That's a great question, Bill. Like I said, I've been in the industry for about 26 years, and what I really found, there's like 5 things you want to look for. And the first thing is just about the company. You want to make sure it's a rock-solid company, that they've been around for a while. With the internet, we can do Google searches, but, you want to look at maybe the Better Business Bureau, make sure they've been in business, and then also, like a Forbes magazine or something like that, just to see if they're a rock-solid company. So that would be my first tip. And then the second tip is just really, is there a need in the marketplace? There are so many products and services out there, but if you find the need, if you find the niche where there's a need, there's a lot of money to be made there. And I also say, look at the compensation plan. One of the things about the network marketing industry is and what Robert Kiyosaki talks about is you want leverage income, and what leverage means is like you want other people, like let's say Walmart, they have distribution centers all over the country, actually all over the world. And you want to be able to have distribution centers all over, and it's really other people and their efforts. But in the network marketing industry, what's a beauty about it is that we're coaching people and helping people. So it's not just them, we're making money off of them. We're actually encouraging them to do better in their life. And then going back to, you want to make sure that the company has a great system, especially if you've never been in business before. I think the network marketing, multi-level marketing is a great way just to learn business skills, and you want to make sure that they do have those type of trainings for business and personal development.
You bring up a point about network marketing and multi-level, and a lot of people look at multi-level as being sort of a pyramid scheme. Is there really a definitive difference between network marketing and multi-level marketing?
There's not really a difference in that, and it's amazing that I get that all the time. It's a pyramid scheme, and I always say, when we work a job, you have a boss and you have employees, and so we're always in that kind of pyramid. But the big difference is, in network marketing, it does not matter about your background, your race, even your educational level. It's all about the desire of wanting to do better and just being coachable and working hard. You can go to the top of the comp plan, and you don't even have to be a graduate. So that's what's amazing about the network marketing industry.
Well, you're a personal success story in that regard, because you're involved in a business and you're at the top of your game. For people that don't know, you just recently were awarded a brand new car, and I won't mention that, you got, the most, one of the most luxurious cars out on the market today. I mean, after all, it's the ultimate driving machine. I hope that doesn't give it away.
I love my new car, and you know what I say in any business, I've been in this particular company for about 6 years, so even if you're starting a network marketing company or a traditional business, you got to give it time, and I say at least a minimum of 5 years. I mean, the SBA say that 50% of businesses fail in the first 5 years, so you got to give it a chance being in network marketing. So I say don't treat it as a hobby, treat it as a business, and you want to be a CEO of your business. So you're right, I love my car, but it's really from all the coaching that I've gotten through the time. It's the system of the company that I'm with, and they really understand business, and they really are filling a need. So those are, like I said, the things you want to look at. I've gone through a lot of companies, and that's how I landed here, just through my experience, and that's how I've chose this company.
Well, in choosing a company, you have to look, to me, one of the things that is going to be a selling point is what is the saturation level in that particular market.
You're absolutely right. I mean, the competition is fierce in a few of the markets out there. Some of the type of companies are like, the cosmetics, and then you have the food industry and health industry and so forth. So, one of the things is really your passion too. It can be very competitive out there. That's why I say you want to, look at the need. Is there a need in the marketplace that you can fill? And then, there is a lot of room for success. Not that you can't make it in those other companies. It's just that if there's a need, then definitely you can move up the comp plan and what really network marketing is just relationship marketing. It's not about selling. It's just about you being a satisfied, happy customer, and it's kind of like going to the movies. Hey, you should check out this movie, but in network marketing, you get paid for making the recommendations of going to a good movie. So
well, that's very true. And with network marketing, I mean, you have all kinds of industries that are out there. You touched upon a few. Cleaning products also comes to mind, health, nutrition. So there are many different forms of network marketing, and you kind of broke it down a little bit as to where people can actually start. If they went to do a Google search, and what would be a tip to start off, just not best network marketing companies, there has to be something just a little bit more.
There is, I would go to the direct sales, because you have network marketing and then you have the direct sales industry. So there's some online magazines. You would want to even just do a Google search of like the top 100 companies. Believe it or not, there are a lot of network marketing companies in those top top companies. So, and I would check like the Forbes Investors Entrepreneur, because they talk about some of these companies. Success Magazine is a great company to go to just to do your research on those type of companies. And as I mentioned, you also have financial, you also have legal. I mean, you have all types of different companies. It's not just products. There's a lot of different type of service organizations or businesses out there that you can do too.
And one of the benefits of network marketing is you can set your own hours.
And that's why I do it. I can set my own hours. I can work from home. And, just that time freedom is amazing, to be able to go on a field trip with my kids. It's like I'm my own boss, so I can set my own schedule. So I really like that about the network marketing. And like I said, and the tax benefits, people don't realize that owning, you still keep your full-time job. You can just, like I said, it's not that you have that boss. I think sometimes when you get a second job, the tax benefits, I remember when I used to work 2 jobs that I used to pay more in taxes. I was like, why didn't I even get the second job, and you're really just trading time for dollars. And I found that, the more I worked, I still wasn't making enough money. With the network marketing, you do have control of your income. You can just, market or, share with as many people as you can. So that's the benefits.
Well, I know many years ago I had been in a position where I was working 2, sometimes even 3 jobs because of circumstances, and I always felt like I was spinning wheels, and I was breaking even and just kind of squeezing by, and I wasn't really getting enough traction to get ahead.
And that's what I call the hamster wheel. I felt that way too when I was in corporate America. I just felt like I was going in circles and circles, and I would I don't say jump from job to job, but I worked in different industries and so forth, and I just felt like I could not get ahead. It seems like the more I made, either Uncle Sam was taking it, and so that's when I slowly decided that, I really wanted to become my own boss. And another benefit of network marketing is that, to buy a franchise, it costs thousands and thousands of dollars, and I didn't have that type of money. So it's an easy entry fee to get into network marketing, and it's a great way to just learn the business skills. Definitely the employee mindset, as Robert Kiyosaki talked about, is different than a big business. So you do have to learn those skills, and they are, you can learn them. It's about just investing in yourself and taking the time to learn it.
And by investing in yourself, you're actually investing into the members of your family. I mean, today you have your son with you, and Giovanni is just a great young man, and you're investing in his life as well as your own.
Yeah, the last 6 years has been amazing because I'm with a company that really believes in personal development. And the thing is, my kids get the benefit. There are times I have to take my son with me, but, I believe that all that he's hearing, all those positive, different quotes and just a very positive environment has been sown into him. And he, definitely I could take him anywhere and be really confident that he's, just going to be a really good individual.
Now, when you get into network marketing, how important is it for you to set out goals for yourself, not just on a daily basis, but a weekly, monthly, and perhaps even annually?
It's really important. And really, I really start off with a person's why. Why do you want to be, what do you want in life? Sometimes we say, your why will make you cry. Like for me, when I got started in network marketing, I just wanted a better life for my son. I know as I was working 2 jobs, I was just never around. I wanted to be there for him. I wanted to be the one to raise my son. I didn't want a babysitter or someone else. So that was a huge why for me. So once you determine what your why is, then you can go with your goals. I always say start off with a 5-year goal. What do you want in 5 years? Is it a new home, car? Those are material things, but also, your kids' education. What is it that you want in the next 5 years? And then you go backwards, and then you set a yearly goal. And then once you understand, when you're in your company, your network marketing company, you got to understand what the activity that it's going to take to reach those goals. So, is it the phone calls? We call them high payoff activities. You learn about those type of activities. And just remember, it's just really about sharing and educating. And, I think that's what makes us a successful network marketer. It's not about selling. It's just really about creating awareness for others. That's what it is.
Now, taking a look at your own personal experience, How long did it take for you to get from point A to start off to being where you're at now, to be in a position where you have that brand new car sitting out on the street today?
Well, I was with the company for 6 years, but I'll be very transparent. The first 3 years, I didn't take my business very seriously. Actually, I was going through some issues with my son, but I was trying to do all these other things too at the same time. And then I looked in the mirror and I'm like, if I really focus and concentrate on my business and do be coachable. That's another thing. I wasn't real coachable in my early years. I thought I knew everything because I'd been in business before. So I had to really humble myself and really listen to my coaches and my mentor. And then once I figured that out, it really only took me less than 3 years to get to where, actually 2 years, really picked up my car. I was qualified like within 2 years, but then I'm driving my car. But it really takes the focus, the burning desire to be coachable. I mean, you can change overnight. I really believe it's a choice and a decision. And so that's what it took for me.
In a person's quest to find what they would be best suited at in doing it, and as far as network marketing, is there some kind of an inventory list that they should be doing that would outline what their strengths, their weaknesses are, education, and the different components that would go into a particular network marketing job?
I really don't think your background, you really have to take inventory at that, because I believe you can learn the skills in network marketing. But I do believe you should know what your core values are. What is really important to you? Is it family? Is it integrity? What is it that is really important to you? And then also what you can wrap yourself with being passionate about. There's people out there that love health. If you're, a health fanatic, then that might be the company for you. And so I would say really understanding who you as a person, and then going out and seeking the company. Just that's what my suggestion would be.
Wonderful. And so there are some things that people can do to set up initially what they should be looking for, what their core values are, and then try to align themselves with the company that will define their values and their goals.
Yeah, I say for me, I remember when I got started, I was like, oh, I never wanted to do this, but I found that it's a vehicle for me to actually do all the other things I want to do in life, So I just saw this particular company that I'm with as a vehicle. And yeah, I had some my background, I was in insurance and in banking and so forth like that. So I kind of drew toward that because of my background. But really, it's really the burning desire of change. That's what really is going to take for you to be with a good, a company. It's about you as an individual to change and want more. One of my favorite quotes is, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. And that's what happened to me. I looked up and it's like, I didn't like the paintbrush, how my life was looking. I really had to make change. And I only saw network marketing as the entry for me to get in there and to make those changes. So that's why I chose this industry. It's a model. And I was reading in an article, there's like over 3,000 network marketing companies, and it's the fastest growing industry because the model is just so easy to get into.
You had mentioned early on that there's, in some of these businesses, there might be an initiation fee to get into the door, to get started. Can these range in price?
Yeah, they can very much range into price. Depending if it's a product that you're marketing or a service, they can be from a few $100s to up to a few $1,000s. And that's what I would say, just be very careful when you start with a company, because sometimes they may want you to buy thousands and thousands of dollars of products, and you're just learning and just getting into the business. And I've seen that, the challenging, the frustration when people get started, their garage is full of this stuff and they don't know how to get it unloaded. So you always want to look at the company that you're going with. They normally have meetings that you can go to, but look at the success around you. Is there a lot of successful people, or is it just a few? That's another indicator. Are they, really, really wanting to sow into you so that you can grow? Because it is real. I always say it's a personal development company with a compensation plan, because you do have to grow and learn, especially if you're coming, like Robert Kiyosaki said, from the employee or self-employed mindset, because it is a different mindset to be an entrepreneur. But I think it's a great way to earn extra income because you have control of your destiny.
There's one company that comes to mind, and I'm sure people would understand what I'm going to say. I'm not going to mention the company by name, but it involves cleaning products. There seems to be a high level of saturation, and the thing that people get more money out of is not selling their product, but by bringing others into the organization. And all of a sudden you've got this, what I would describe as a pyramid, and you're at the bottom rung, and in order to get anywhere up the ladder, as it were, you have to recruit your next door neighbor, your aunt, your uncle, cousins, in-laws, outlaws, bylaws, that kind of thing. And that can be rather a slippery slope.
You know, there's a couple of things. There's some companies that are total network marketing companies or multi-level where you do have to do a lot of recruiting to earn an income. But there are some companies that have like a direct sales model and a network marketing, which means you never have to recruit. All you have to do is go out there and market the product, and you could do very well. So that would be probably one of the things I say to look for when you're looking at a company. Can you be an independent distributor without having to recruit? Can you make a lot of money? And there are companies out there. There are, several companies that you can just, direct sales, and you don't have to recruit your family and friends. And, and it's really about, creating value, and you got to go to the store and buy these products anyways, and if there's a better product out there, you're just educating your family and friends. And I always say, don't push it on your family and friends. You just want to let them know. It's kind of like you're opening up a restaurant. You just say, hey, I got a grand opening, I'm doing this, but it's really just using, and you got to be a lover, a service of your product of the product. So use your product and service, because that's the best way, is through storytelling. I say, stories sell, not telling them to do it. So just start using and just showing how it's benefit you in your life.
Well, go back to this model about the cleaning products. I've been in these seminars where they will say, it's a great product, and they'll do this and they'll do that. Well, if it's that good, why isn't it on the store shelves where I can walk in and buy the product and leave?
Well, the difference between direct selling, network marketing, and retail is basically, in retail, they do a lot of advertising. And so they spend a lot of money in advertising, and that's why it costs, that's why in direct sales, they don't advertise. And so what they do, the money that they don't have to spend on advertising, they actually give it to the sales force. And we really believe that, relationship or referral marketing, or, hey, I'm using it, is the best way. We look at the media and think that that's it. So, it's really just educating that. It's still, sometimes what actually I see that you have a network marketing company that comes out with a great product, and then a retailer sees it and copies it. I've seen that too. So, it's just the way that products and services are being distributed, and that's really the difference.
So to put a wraps on this, what are some of the highlights that you would tell people about looking for a network marketing company that they can come alongside and partner with and be successful? What are those tips, and maybe list them A to Z for us?
Well, definitely look at the rock solid, the test of time. If they've been around for years, then they have a really proven system, which would be the second. Do they have a system that they have a culture, a community where they can sow into you? And I believe personal development is really important, because you are learning a different skill. So you want to make sure that they are really, tying into your personal development. And like I said, the need in the marketplace, we talked about, there is several thousands, cosmetics and soaps and so forth. So you got to just, understand that if you do join that type of company, there's going to be a lot of competition. And definitely the compensation plan. What really struck me is just the ability to be able to not have to recruit to earn income, and then also leverage and the residual income. That's the beauty of network marketing. It's like, I've marketed a service 6 years ago, and I'm still getting it paid today over and over. I never, that's the beauty. It's kind of like royalties. So you want to really understand if they have a real residual income. And I could will my business over to my family. So that was a very plus for me. So for me personally, those are the things that I would look for when I'm looking for a company.
Excellent. Michele Wilson with Premier Solutions. Michele, I would be remiss if I didn't allow you an opportunity to give out your contact information.
Thank you so much, Bill. Well, my phone number, you can call me direct, is 805-304-5088, or you can email me at Michele, it's Michele, at Premier Solutions, and international is just intl.com.
Wonderful. Michele Wilson, as always, great advice, and I hope that you will have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
You too, Bill. Thank you so
Well,
much.
thank you, and thank you for joining us. I'm Bill DeFoi along with Michele Wilson. We'll see you next time here on News Junkies, a production of the Heritage Media Group.